Okay, hey everyone. I still don't like this angle. Hey everyone, it's Tripl-L. I am coming in to read the My Hero Academia spoilers, chapter 374. I gotta tell you, let me sit a little bit more straight. I gotta tell you, I have not read the spoilers yet. I'm coming in completely clean. It'll be a good experience for the guys who watch the live stream. This is probably the closest we'll get to like reading the spoilers on live stream in terms of the effect. I can't wait. I'm already seeing the chapter is called Butterfly Effect. So already, I hate that. It's just pretty much, it's just going to be like a rippling of kind of things, probably. Probably just going to be one situation leads into the other. A kind of domino effect, probably. Uh, Probably feel it across the world or something like that. I don't know. We'll see how this one works. Anyway, chapter 374, here are the spoilers. The chapter begins with a page showing Mike and Kurogiri. Next, we see a weather report broadcast from Washington, D.C., with the reporter saying that a giant cloud has suddenly appeared in Japan. Okay, so that pretty much puts us at the reports of the clouds in general. She says that air currents can cause the cloud to reach as far as North America, and that meteorologists attribute its emergence to the encounter of heat waves in various parts of the country. In this moment, we see panels of Shoto, Dabi, and Endeavor from previous chapters. Oh, okay. So this is, you can go back to the chapter when this happened. I was thinking that it was probably Dabi that was causing it, so that they're just saying it's Shoto, Dabi, and Endeavor. But like honestly, it's Dabi. Actually, Shoto probably caused it because like he had the ice, and then like Dabi evaporated it. So okay, good to know. Those guys were the ones that were pretty much causing the clouds. So then we have, just as the butterfly effect says that the flapping of a butterfly's wings in Brazil can cause a hurricane in Texas, perhaps the glowing baby led to the chaos that is unleashed in the paranormal society at this moment. Okay, okay, that sounds like stupid rhetoric. First off, they're using pseudoscience to like make a case. But like perhaps the glowing baby led to the chaos that is unleashed in paranormal society at that moment. That's like, do you understand how stupid that is? The glowing baby is the start of quirk society. What you're pretty much saying is every single thing, both good and bad. Okay. Sorry, I have a little bit of a headache from because I've been talking a lot. This is a stupid statement, though. This is super stupid. You're pretty much saying that the past causes the present. That's pretty much what you're saying. Okay, so you might notice a little bit of a difference in the background because I'm coming back to re-record this part with that incredible line about the butterfly effect. All right. The rhetoric that I'm seeing here for the spoiler, I still think it is quite silly. There's no real words to describe how silly it is. So now, of course, this is my rundown of it. But I think the problem here is that they're drawing a comparison between two concepts that don't really work together. Because with the butterfly effect and the hurricane, there is a certain degree of separation that you conceptually can see. Like, and when I say conceptually, let's say like common sense wise, you can see there is a significant separation between the two things. Now, when you look at the glowing baby leading into the chaos that is unleashed at this moment, you can see a separation, but here's the problem. The glowing baby represents the emergence of quirk society. So you're saying that the baby leads to the chaos of All for One right now. And it's like, yes, fundamentally that is true. It's way more true than the butterfly wings. The butterfly wings, you can't prove it. I can 100% prove that the emergence of quirks leads to a quirk-based disaster. It's nonsensical. It's a nonsensical comparison. Like, keep it like here's what's funny about this statement is that no matter what bad thing is happening in society, the glowing baby leads to that chaos. The chaos that happened a few months after the glowing baby, yes, the emergence of quirks predates all instances of bad stuff and good stuff. That's why this is a nonsensical statement. It shouldn't have been compared. And you know, like the butterfly effect, it's like from chaos theory. If we're just talking about general chaos in general, This is the most ordered thing you could have ever have imagined. Yes, the emergence of quirks is 100% guaranteed to be tied to a quirk-related disaster. I really hope this isn't what is in the chapter, because this is like someone pretending to be smart, I think, in my opinion, because this is nonsensical. This is a nonsensical comparison. The better comparison would have been saying, oh yeah, man, like Izuku missing the bus on a Tuesday 100% leads into All For One becoming the king of the world. And it's like, oh, whoa, really? Izuku missing the bus? That's all it took? That's what it was? Or like, yeah, Izuku going left instead of right leads into All For One being 100% the king of the world. To just exemplify how silly this is, let me give you an example. The creation of the car is what led into the chaos unleashed by a car accident. The creation of the gun is what led to the chaos caused by misfires. Stacy saying hi to Gwen on the other side of the world led to Terry shooting another person. And now that's actually the butterfly effect, right? You can see the difference. You can see the difference. This is badly constructed. I really hope it's not what's actually coming up in the chapter. All right, going back to the regular video. For the record, I still have a little bit of a headache. It's only gotten worse. It just doesn't make sense. And they even say paranormal society. Paranormal society only exists because of the glowing baby. Yeah, like bad construction. Bad construction. I can't believe I spent so much time on it, but like that was actually like not that. Woo, I hope that is not what we're gonna see in the final chapter. Okay, she begins to say that the world can be changed by the power of a single person, and this is why All For One is such a remarkable presence. Yeah, but you know that's not all that different from the current world. Like Putin by himself can cause a war that affects everyone. So this isn't actually that big of a deal. Like one person being able to change the world is actually pretty common. The broadcast is cut off and focus shifts to Camino. So I guess the butterfly effect so far is just for like that. Just the idea that one situation led into this big climactic moment. You know, I could actually believe that media would say a stupid line like that, so maybe that's actually really genius on Horikoshi's part. So Shoto wonders how Dabi can still move when everyone else is exhausted. Shoto, welcome to Dabi. The guy moves when he should be dead. Dabi thinks to himself that Gunga Mountains is too far away and he wouldn't be able to finish off Shoto and go there afterwards. So this is actually really good because this is just Dabi again. Dabi knows his limits. And he's just saying it right here. He then starts flying in the opposite direction, and Shoto realizes that he wants to go to where Endeavor is. Okay. Burning realizes that his body will not hold out for long, and Shoto tries to taunt him into giving up and in fighting him instead. However, at that same moment, Skeptic contacts him and says that there won't be any trip expenses. It is then that a portal opens in front of him. Oh no. So see, I just did the review. At the end of the review, I was saying like, Kurogiri, if he's more Shirakumo, he might want to try and save Shigaraki from All For One, but helping Dabi does not impact that. It makes things worse. So there we go. I do wonder, how did they find out? Okay, cut to UA, and we see Manuel saying that the impact of the attacks can affect his water, and asks if Monoma is okay. So Manuel is being brought up here. That's probably a narrative cue that we're going to see something later. He says that he is, and that this fight will go down in the future history books, so he needs to play his part to make sure everyone will win. So I think this is just setting up Monoma for something else. Shigaraki's chest is inflated, and Deku's about to attack him again, but a portal appears behind Aizawa and the others. Then a speech from All For One begins, with him saying that he will always trust people's feelings, and he knew Spinner would succeed. He then says that he installed a micro device in Nana's hand, so that Kurogiri would know exactly what to do when he woke up. What? Nana's hand. That's Nana's hand? You know, people have told me before, like, yo, man, like, are these not the hands of Shigaraki's family? And I always thought, like, Shigaraki busted up so many of them that they had to get replaced, right? And then people started saying, like, what if one of them's Nana's hand? And I think I kind of dismissed it, but I was also kind of like, I could see All For One doing it, but it's just, like, it's incredibly, it would be incredibly creepy. I mean, like, he is creepy, and it's just, like, it would be so weird. I feel like in a world where he has Nana's hand ready to go, it feels like he was creating Shigaraki from like way before Shigaraki was even born, kind of thing. I hope that if this is true and the hand that they have is Nana's hand, because I think it works. I remember like All for One brought in a set of replacement hands. It would be funny if those are actually all the hands of the past One for All users. But like if that's Nana's hand, I really do hope that the Doctor and All for One have I hope they have a bunch of All for One previous user Nomus hanging around. I think that'd be really cool. Okay, he says he installed a micro device in Nana's hand. That's when Dabi arrives, where All for One, Endeavor, and Hawks are, saying "Daddy," and he's not alone. Two Twice clones came along. Oh no, we're not doing the Ochako stuff. So that's really interesting. We're not doing Ochako. I guess Ochako pretty much did not do a good job of stopping Toga. Okay, what I want to say here, that's actually just crazy. Holy shit. Oh wait, that means White Despair was right. Oh crap! Good for you, White Despair. Okay. Let's see here. So going back, okay, so there's one thing that is pretty stupid here. The micro device in Nana's hand, right? So Kurogiri would know exactly what to do when he woke up. Okay. Bro, if we're talking about micro devices, what's even the point of a recording? Like, why have a recording when you can have a micro device button that you press a button and you play All for One? Actually, why not just play the recording from the moment you see Kurogiri? Because it's going to echo to him. And if you have a if you're going to use a micro device to like give Kurogiri all the coordinates, also look how convenient that is. A micro device with all the coordinates that can tell Kurogiri where everyone is. If you're going to do that, why not use more like hardcore tech cheats, right? Anyway, yeah, alright. I just really wonder why even bother with, like, when you have a micro device that can tell Kurogiri all of the coordinates, I have to really wonder, why not just have a ring that you press a button and you play the dang recording? Like, why make such a big deal out of this, like, really comparatively dinosaurish recording box? That's just hilarious, man. I love Horikoshi's use of micro devices as just the ultimate plot devices. He does it a lot. It's just so funny. Oh, installed it in Nana's hand. Yeah, why did? It's funny you picked the hand. So like, were you expecting Spinner to put that hand on Kurogiri the entire time? Why not just have Spinner like have it on a little like keychain? Or in his tooth or something, right? Like, so many options here. You have so many options. It's just such weird things. All right. A sad man's death has unleashed a girl's wrath, and now this girl has the power to undo that tragedy. I assume that's All for One speaking. He teases Hawk, saying that it's time to see what would have happened if he had not prioritized Twice. Hawk says we have to kill him immediately. Actually, I like that. You know what? People, a lot of people complained or like said that Hawks was wrong to kill Twice. And this might actually be the author's way of showing like, no. This is why we had to kill Twice, because otherwise we go into the bad ending. So that oh, that's it. You know, I do a lot of these. I feel like this is a really short chapter, but I'm not too sure. I'm looking at the images right now. I can't show the images. We have the weather reporter. She looks pretty cool. We have the Dabi shots. They look pretty cool. Ooh, the shot of Dabi getting sucked into the vortex is pretty neat. The situation at UA, I'm looking at it right now. I can see this. I'm looking at the Monoma panel. I see that Mirio is standing next to Bakugo, so that's pretty cool. They're just kind of looking onto the situation. Izuku looks cool. Yeah, more confirmation that the lights were just a metaphor. Oh, you know what? What's really weird here? Kurogiri shows up behind Aizawa, and Present Mike's with him. And then Aizawa looks at Kurogiri. So in that very moment, doesn't he negate Warp Gate? I think he does. Yeah, I feel like in that very moment, if he negates Warp Gate, wouldn't he negate all the Warp Gates being produced across the country? Anyway, the shots of Dabi showing up in Endeavor, I'm actually really happy here because we get Regroup. This is happening. Regroup is sort of happening here. Now I'm wondering if we're going to have like a final stand regroup, but it's pretty cool that we get Regroup here. Anyway, we have the Twice clone showing up, really good shot on them, and we have Hawks. Like, it's pretty funny how Hawks just flat out goes into like, forget All for One, we got to get rid of Twice right now. I feel like one feather from Hawks straight into the brain of Twice finishes this whole situation up. Oh, one of the Twices is holding something. I think it might be like one of Toga's tube syringes. Maybe we still have to see how exactly we might get the flashback for how exactly Toga's battlefield went looking at that one. Anyway, interesting spoilers. Interesting. How many pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pages. Actually, that is a shorter chapter, and a few of those pages don't have don't have much dialogue. Actually, the entirety of the first page is just no dialogue, and then half of the second page no dialogue. Um, the page where Twice appears, pretty much no dialogue. The page where Dabi gets sucked off is pretty much no dialogue. Does anyone watch Ghost, the TV show? I hope you appreciate the joke. Anyway, yeah. Interesting. I'll need to think about this. Guys, if you want to get my opinions on the spoiler, pretty much just come in on the live stream later tonight. I'll be there. I'll be talking about what I think. Be chatting with people, and yeah. Alright, guys, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I hope you have an absolutely great day.